How are we doing? Oh, we haven't got a light on. Oh, goodness me, Dan. What's going on? God, flipping amateur. Oh, there we go. Oh, I've got the fan on in the background because it's absolutely boiling in here. If that gets really annoying, please do let me know. What's my hair doing today? Goodness me. There we go. Right. What are we doing? Oh, one second. What happened here? There we go. Right. It's all right. The microphone stand's just like slowly coming apart. Right. What have we got? Microphone. Microphone. Let's get you out of the way so I can actually reach stuff. Let's get a bit fiddly here. Okay, right. Tablet. Yeah, you're working. Fantastic. Hi. Hello. How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. Oh, yet another week begins on planet Earth. I don't know why I'm smoking my stylus. Oh, goodness me. Mike, Dan, Mike, could you turn it up a bit? I cannot hear the fan. Is the audio even working? I don't know. These are questions. Please say you can hear me. That sounds better. Yeah. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Right. Yeah, there is a fan in the background. It's like one of those ones you get like in the gym, like a proper industrial fan. So, I don't know. Hopefully the OBS denoising effect is in full swing. These are questions. Oh no, I've got the wrong glasses on. Oh, gotta have the glasses with the bit of orange on them. Oh, let's be on brand. And they're actually a bit cleaner as well. I can actually see now. These are really dirty. Goodness me, Dan. How do you live and function as an adult? I don't actually know. You can't hear the fan. Well, that's fantastic. I think it's this mic. This type of mic is, what is it, like a condenser mic or something. So it only really picks up what's right in front of it. Cool. Okay. All right. There is a chance that I start whacking the mic, though, when I type on the keyboard. Let's get you up and out the way. There we go. Tighten it up so it doesn't fall down midstream, which is entirely possible. Right. Oh, I thought it'd be fun today to do some logo design. Bit more of a creative exercise. Because sometimes it's very, very easy when designing stuff, it could be anything, to get hung up on something and you end up going into that like perfectionist state where you can obsess over everything. You've probably seen me do this before many times. And it on some levels it can be really good because it can help you like aspire to attain a higher quality of work, and especially with like photo manipulation in Photoshop, refining the details over and over again. At least for me, it always yields a better end result. But there comes a point where it's kind of counterproductive and you spend ages obsessing over stuff and you're not actually moving forward. You're like crawling really slowly. And so I think the thing is to just keep moving forward and know when enough is enough on a design. So to that end, what I wanted to do today was to design 5 logos on stream. We're going to work with 5 random briefs that the old ChatGPT is going to generate, and we're just gonna, it's a good creative exercise just to come up with ideas rapidly, but also just to force ourselves to do a design, reach the time limit, if there is going to be a time limit. I haven't decided yet. How much pressure do I want to apply to myself? And then move on. Just put it to bed and move on. So that's what we're going to do. Hey, Kea. Lindsay Burrow, first time watching you live. What logo will you be designing? Ah, well, I've just answered that. 5, apparently. I just made that number up. So, yeah, I've got ChatGPT up. I'm just going to ask it to give me 5 briefs for logos. And we'll see what happens. I've got no idea what the briefs are going to be. And it's kind of good because then you get to watch me profusely sweat as I try to demonstrate that I do know what the hell I'm talking about. Oh dear. And if anyone does want to learn design with me, whether it's Illustrator, Photoshop, photo manipulation, logo design, graphic design, web design, icon design, designing fonts, whatever it is, I've got my Pro Designer mentorship. That is linked in the stream below, as long as I've linked it there. So there's a 50-50 chance there is a link. If there isn't, shout at me. And essentially this is gonna be the shortcut to learning how to do what I do without spending 20 years just watching tutorials and trying to do it all yourself on the internet. I've made all those mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. Don't go and make them yourself. It's a waste of time. And you get support from me as well. So yeah, if you want a ginger in your corner to answer your questions when Photoshop and Illustrator is driving you crazy, then I'm your guy. There we go. That was a good pitch, wasn't it? I like that. That went well. ChatGPT is one of my long-time clients. It is very useful, isn't it? Frank Johnson, this is awesome. First time watching you live. Hey, Frank. Oh, that was my grandpa's name, that was. Cracking gentleman. I find it funny. We get so many people who say like, oh yeah, first time live. And we must have been doing these streams for nearly 2 years now. And I wish YouTube would just push them out a bit further. we have a good laugh. Hey, Paul. Photoshop or Illustrator? Oh, that's a difficult one. Your first time as well. Okay, well, welcome first timers. Hopefully this is good. Oh dear, no, the pressure's on now. Please don't be terrible, Dan. Question for Photoshop or Illustrator. That's a difficult one. My favorite things to do design-wise is photo manipulation, which is Photoshop. Honestly, love that stuff. And then in Illustrator, it's going to be logo design. I love designing logos. I love it. Like I can do everything really, and I spent most of my career doing web and UI design, which I do love. I do still love that. But doing what I do now, I don't really work with teams on projects. So the whole kind of UI design skill set, it's great for me if I want to design my own website, set up my portfolio. If I wanted to launch an app, I can do all that stuff really well. But it's a skill that I just don't really use in the same way, you know? Whereas designing graphics, icons, logos, all that stuff, that's like obviously really great for branding myself, doing, you know, stuff for the sales pages. But yeah, I wish I had a reason to do more UI stuff. I wish I did. Maybe one day I'll design a video game or make one and I could put it to good use. In fact, no, actually, I think the best use for my skill set in web and UI design is actually reviewing other people's websites and portfolios and pointing out, you know, user interface and experience issues. That's probably where I'm most useful nowadays. So if you have already enrolled in one of my courses or the mentorship, you've got a website or a portfolio, use me. I've got some experience in this noggin. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, no, the leaderboard thing. Fight to the death. Hey, Zakir. Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Yes, Paul. Paul, you got to use Framer. I need to get sponsored by Framer, really. I can't remember the last time I was so passionate about a platform. I think it's because, like, I used Webflow for years. And it was great because when my friend told me about it years ago, it was, I'm done with WordPress. Yeah, I tried WordPress years ago and I just couldn't. It was too, I don't know. It just felt a bit rough around the edges in terms of what I was able to create, and I just couldn't get my head around it. But Webflow, when my friend told me about it years ago, it was like, oh my God, you can build a website with no code and you can control every little pixel to get the spacing and everything exactly how you want it. And it was amazing. Like, it was so good. And I just had that for years and never questioned it. And all of you guys in the chat were like, use Framer. Framer's great. I know Tom said about Framer. I know Reese said about Framer. I think there may be some others that said about Framer. And I was very much like, oh yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Never got round to it until I think after I'd redone all my sales pages in Webflow for the new courses. Yeah, Reese. Yeah. It took me a while, Reese, but like I got there, man. And I'd redone all my sales pages in Webflow. Site was great, happy with it. Little soft rebrand here and there, blah, blah, blah. And then I don't even know how I ended up doing it. I started using Framer. And I watched a really good like hour-long introductory video. And by the end of that video, I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. This is flipping amazing. Webflow's great, but Framer is just much more designer friendly. It's almost like using Figma. And within 24 hours, I had learned a little bit of Framer, downloaded a template, and I was halfway setting up my website. I was like, I'm switching. I don't even care if I've got to redo all the sales pages. I'm switching. It's just that good. It doesn't have like full built-in e-commerce functionality yet. You've got to use other little bits and plugins and things. So if you want like a powerful online store, maybe not. I know you can like plug in Lemon Squeezy and a few other bits and pieces. But in terms of like having a portfolio or content or even CMS functionality, it's clean. It's so clean and so easy to use, man. Doing the animations. Once you get your head around like adding frames and nesting content and getting it to fit and things, you design like let me just show you instead of me waffling on about it. We will get to the logo stuff, but let me just show you my site. So I had this redesigned completely, literally within, I don't know, a matter of weeks, I think. So this is the website. So as I got the desktop, the tablet, and the mobile all together. So as I move one thing around, that's probably a bad example. Let's say I swap the positioning around. It updates all of them, so I can see exactly how each one's gonna look. And then you can go to like, so this is the page for the mentorship. New trailer that I actually added yesterday. Just explaining it in a bit more detail. So as I design and make changes, I can see how those changes actually work. Like here, you can see 3 columns on tablet. Obviously on mobile, not going to work. So click, and it stacks. It's crazy. It's so good. Yeah, it's just brilliant. So yeah, if you're a designer and the idea of having a website is kind of the thing that you don't really want to do it and it's kind of off-putting, and Framer just makes it so easy. Yeah, you're front and center. Oh no, you're a beautiful man, Reese. Don't sell yourself short, mate. Beautiful man with a beautiful tash. My site is getting a 3.0 version in the 3.0. Mate, I swear you were on like 1.0 like a few months ago or a year ago, or we'll be on like version 5 and 6. Do you know, that's what I used to do when I was still like, 17, 18 years old in my bedroom designing my website. I would just design it, redesign it, and redesign it over and over. And then it was like, oh, let's do an HTML one. And then it was, oh, let's build it in Flash. You remember those days? Macromedia Flash or whatever it was. And then it was, oh yeah, we could build it in HTML5. And it was just constant rebuilding. Yeah, what I would recommend 100%, Paul, is just watch like a beginner intro into Framer. If you want me to find that video, let me know and I'll find it for you. And then you could build your own site in Framer, but I would just honestly go to their template marketplace. They've got free and paid templates. Oh yeah, definitely Moosh. The free templates are actually amazing, and you can download a free template. You can control the colors, the fonts, all that stuff really easy if you get a good template. Most of them are pretty good, to be honest. And then you just drop in your content, boom, 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 connect up your domain, and you're away. It's just, and it just makes troubleshooting problems across desktop to mobile and things like what you see in Framer is actually how it looks. At least using Framer and testing it on an iPhone. So anyway, that's enough of my, if I had an affiliate link to Framer or something, I'd be throwing it everywhere. But honestly, I can't remember the last time I was so excited by a product. It's just made, or a platform. It's just made my doing and managing my website so much easier. Like, it's just so intuitive. You remember Flashmoose? It's going back a few years, isn't it? I'm dating myself now. Hey, Rianne. Currently it's 2.0, but it's a quick rework. 3.0 is the dream, but I need time. Oh, yeah. Don't we all, Reese? Time, that thing we're all always running out of. Yeah, 100%, Paul. 100%. Yeah, just a template that's like close to what you like. There's some great ones out there, and at least then you have like a solid foundation. All the pages work. Lots of, like, some of them have animations that are kind of built in already, and you can just focus on changing the content. And just, yeah, Moose, just type in Framer template marketplace, and they've got loads of filters as well. So you go to portfolio, and Framer University, that's the channel, Reese. That's the guy where I watched like an hour-long beginner video. It was really, really good. Flashbacks. Flash is dead now. It might be, yeah, I got no idea. Anyway, logo design. So what the heck are we doing? Right, let's get the old GPT. There we go. Oh, hang on, we've got to turn on do not disturb just in case the mum texts me. You right, Dan? How you doing? She's not northern, I don't know why I did that. Right, what do we do? So hi, it's always a good start, just in case AI takes over the world and destroys us all. At least it will remember that I had manners. In fact, let's go, hello, good sir. I need 5 quick design briefs for 5 logo designs. I'm doing this live, and ideally don't want to appear completely incompetent, so try not to make them too insanely challenging. Please be kind and don't be a bastard. Thanks. All right, let's see what it generates. Yeah, literally. Were you there, Reese, that time my mum was at the window and she'd been there for like 2 hours? Yeah, Moosh remembers. Raquel definitely remembers. We got it framed up there. My mum's at the window. Urban Sprout. Okay. Right, how long do we get per logo? 10 minutes is kind of I feel like 10 minutes is maybe a good amount of time. Don't want to give myself too much time. Right. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's just add the brief. Urban Sprout. Whose idea was this anyway? Diddy. Right, we'll pop you down there. And then we'll paste to all artboards, and then we'll just drop in the other ones. Let's get you in, and we've got 4 and 5. I can still count. Little loop. Right, there we go. We're not going to have much time, so we're going to have to do, I think, probably a lot of the sketching or any stuff like that in Illustrator, and I probably will need a phone or a timer. Oh, quiet. No pressure. No pressure, Dan. I'm used to spending like hours upon hours on a design. Right, let's get some music. Doo-doo-doo. Right, I reckon 10 minutes the logo is good. Within an hour, a few breaks, we should get 5 designs. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Right, let's go. Urban Sprout, a sustainable plant shop for city dwellers. Design a logo for a small boutique plant shop that sells low maintenance indoor plants. A leaf, a pot, sans serif preferred. Okay. Right, let's go. Small urban plants. I'm just going to get some photos up of plants just to remind myself what a plant looks like. Urban Sprout. Let's type the name as well. The obvious one is to go U, and that is our plant pot. Urban Sprout. That could work. Urban Sprout. There we go. That's our idea. I'm going to get a cleaner execution than that. Do that around the corners. There's our U. S. How are we going to do this? Maybe around the corners. Smooth it out. So that could be our mark. It's quite tall. We could do some variations of this. So it fills the pot. Hey, Gaurav. Font, slightly rounded font. Bit too rounded. I need a font with slightly rounded edges. What's a good font? Sans serif, slightly rounded edges. Could go with this one though. Yeah. Tracking's a little bit wide by default on that one. This does kind of fit. I wonder if we could nestle that in there. Leaf. Leaves are good. Zzz. 10 minutes, Moosh. Let's try lowercase. That might solve some of our issues. Oh, look, why can't that T just... Can I nudge that out? Can I cheat the tracking a little bit? Just push one word out ever so slightly? No one's going to notice that. Come on. There we go. That nestles together quite nicely. Right, now we've got to... In fact, I'm very happy with that. That's great. Now we've got to figure out this thing. 6 minutes. Pot. Right, let's... That's more money. What about... Another good way to come up with a logo would be to go plant icon. Obviously, we don't want to search for plant logo. Well, we can do, but I don't want to have someone else's logo design in my head. Icons are always really useful because an icon isn't effectively a logo, but icons are a great way to see how some other people have distilled real world shapes into simplified forms, and you can use that as inspiration so that you could just see how a leaf looks, for example. I feel like I'm going to go with a linear style. Oh, we could do like a double leaf. Like that. That could be kind of cool. So that, rotate. Round those off. Scale tool it up. There's one leaf. Rotate 45. Copy paste. Flip. 3.5 minutes. And let's do a vertical line here, something like that. We could do this sort of leaf poking out. It's a bit too grain of corny. Let's go back to what I had before. Maybe that one. That could be cool. Arc tool. Doesn't match the angle, so we're going to rotate that. There we go. Probably cut it short a little bit. Round off the corners as well, so they fit with the whole rounded aesthetic. That's a clever idea for the U and the S. I do like that. 2.5 minutes. But there's something about this that I also really like. So we'll scale you down. Oh, we're running out of time. Tick-tock. We could do a knocked out version as well. We could do... Oh, running out of time. Crap. I'm mucking up my shortcuts now. I'm panicking. The panic started. Go up, down. Come on, Dan. Keep it together, son. Round off the corners. Here we go. I've got a leaf. Maybe we could Pop that in there. That's not too bad. Not too bad. And then we could have a little bit in there, but knock off that bit. And that one. Shit! 30 seconds! Excuse my French. No! Pick the... Nah! The colour thing. Round it off. We need colour. We're gonna have to... Oh no! No! Ah! Knock it out. Pick a green. Oh my god. That suddenly got really stressful. Oh man. Goodness me. Oof. That was surprisingly stressful. Sorry, I couldn't keep up on the chat while I was stressing out there. Right. That's... Did I clean that up? Oh, I did. Oh, I thought there was one little bit there that I thought I'd missed. Phew. Oh, I mean, I'm happy with that for 10 minutes. That's all right. Hey, Pixel, do you use Illustrator's AI features? No, absolutely not. No. Yeah, I did like the idea of the U and the S, Rian. I think I could probably develop that into something, but I feel like this one, I like this even more, actually. It's simple, but it works. Right. That's the green we ended up with. Okay, so that's, well, we'll put that as the 10-minute one. Let's just go and spend a couple more minutes just refining it. This is probably what I would do just to take this design a bit further. Then we could do a lighter version. Oof, that is punchy. Punchy, punchy. Yeah, maybe not too dark. I feel like it needs to be a bit brighter and a bit more... Feels a bit too dark and serious. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit more in the vein that I was after. I can't remember what the brief was. Sans serif, yeah, we've got that. Blah, 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 blah. Simple leaf pot, sprouting shape. Okay, I feel like that's good. Did it have anything on color? Calming and a bit earthy. Right, so that feels a bit more calming. Earthy. We didn't really get earthy in there. You know, we could have switched the word urban into like a brown color. Something earthy. I think we'll leave it. We'll leave it like that for now. Let's not overthink it. Okay. Yeah, I like the pot as well. I think that kind of just came out of nowhere, really. That could be a thing. But it just needs more work and more time. And I think it would fit with the style of the lettering as well. But then I do quite like this little icon mark thing and the way it kind of curves around. And there is just something quite cool about that. Even if there's a version that doesn't have the kind of stems down the middle of the leaf and it's something a bit more minimal. Or you could instead, this might look quite cool, do a path offset and do it on the inside. Not by that much. Maybe that. Just to kind of add a bit of character. So we could do the same thing here as well. And then just delete. That probably would have been the way I would have gone if I had a teeny bit more time. Just to add a little bit more to the mark. I don't know, actually. I think you could go either way with it. Sometimes it's just like adding a tiny bit more detail so it's not too simple. Simple. Had a nice cream beige. I read that as nice cream then. I've got ice cream on the brain now. Right. I could sit here and play around with it, but that's breaking the rules, Dan. We've got to move on. It's the whole point of this little creative exercise. Oh. Let me just text me mum back. I'm meeting her for coffee in a bit. Right, timer. Mumsky. What are you drinking? Caffeine. Rubik for round corners. Yes, that was Luke's iced coffee font. New rubric, I think. Yeah, this one. Obviously, it has loads of variations. Yeah, that would have been a good shout as well. Right, next up, let's get some music on. Bite-sized fitness. Oh, hang on. Let's do the thing. Start. Actually, no, hang on. I'm going to read the brief first, so at least, and then give myself 10 minutes. Bite-sized fitness, a tech-savvy virtual fitness startup. So online fitness, personal training brand that uses smart wearables and tech to customize workouts. Oh, this should be easy. I've got a logo already. The logo should blend themes of health technology, think geometric, digital-inspired symbols, paired with bold, energetic type. Not sure about the type. Got an idea for the thing. Right, let's go. 10 minutes. There we go. Let's make sure you're aligned. Nudge that out. And we're going to scale this down a couple times. Take away that one. Explore this first. This idea might be a little bit safe, but at least it's gonna give me something. I've buggered that up actually, but that's fine. As long as I got a circle, I'm good. So let's get the thickness and the weight correct. I'm spacing this manually because I'm under pressure. Copy. There we go. We'll snap that to the inside. Ooh, maybe not fully rounded. I still want to have like watch strap vibes. And maybe the outside could be less prominent, actually. Make the statistics more of the focal point. And we could do a couple circles here. Very watch strap-esque. And let's just knock a little bit out to give it a more interesting edge. And take that, flip it, copy it horizontally. Let's get rid of the rounded nature. Duplicate, duplicate. Something's gone wrong there. So we'll fix it like that. There we go. There we go. Cleaner. We won't do it again. We're just going to copy it, save time. Right, so we've got something. Bite size. Bite size fitness. Bite size fitness. Right, we need a font. This could work quite well, actually. This font could be pretty good. I mean, that would be flipping lucky. Five minutes. So, all right, we've got time. So what I'm going to do with this is get rid of the dot on the eye. Then I can nest this down here a bit. I'm just trying to line this I and the T up as well, so they kind of flow. So there's a nice connection there. I want to get a bit more space there. I got to nudge it down slightly just to kind of bring these two elements in line. Okay, one. Not sure about that. Three over there. What else did the brief say? Health and technology. Okay. Technology. What about a clock? Clockety clockety clock. So we'll do that there. We're going to add an invisible point here. We'll line these two up. Select that top one. Make it a tiny bit shorter. Where's my point? There we go. Rotate. We're going to go 360 divided by 12. Copy. Oh, that's not right. Let's try again. 360 divided by 12. Copy. Looks a little bit sunshiny. Technology. Oh crap, hang on. Have I put the thing the wrong way around? I put fitness bite size. Bite size fitness. Whoops. Industries are good. Font for this. Maybe we'll try. Oh, the tracking. We'll set that back to 0. And we'll try caps. Boulder. Ooh, right, we're going to roll the dice now and try and do something with the B. 1.5 minutes. Right, bite. Size. Fitness. Poor 30 seconds. Oh, I don't like my original design. Bite size fitness. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to try. Come on, last ditch effort. Bite size fitness. We're going to adjust the angles. We're going to slice a segment out of here. And we could do the same for the eye as well. And line it up with this part of the T. There we go. That is time. That's not too bad. Gone with something a bit more type-led. Oh, it's a shame. The ideas that I was exploring there, I think there's definitely potential for it. That's probably quite an easy one to work on as a project. Geometric shapes, coming up with representations of data as a, was it a wearable, wasn't it? Uses smart wearables. Yeah, that would be quite a fun one to work on, actually. The font here, the industry font, are these kind of little angular kind of bits that are cut out. It sort of gives it a slightly more techie vibe. And as a panic to last ditch effort, I went with something a bit more typographically led. Oh my goodness. The E must align. Yeah, they should align. Given a bit more. Well, that's the, let's put that as the, let's move all this crap out the way. Let's move you down there. Oops. There we go. Let's pop all that down there. So that is the final one, and then this is the one I'm just gonna refine a little bit more. So we're just gonna line this up here with the this part of the Z. There we go. Yeah, let's keep the angle the same. Right. And the E's, yep, that's got to line up as well. In fact, the whole thing needs to line up. So I can take the width of this. Width is that. Copy and paste that value, and then we'll just line it up to the right edge. Spacing wise. And then we've got the word fitness here as well. We can just centrally align that. I think that looks good actually. And then again, just we're going to double up, use the height of that second word to dictate the height or the spacing. It's just one of many little tricks you can use to take some of the guesswork out of how do I size it and space it. And so with this word here, you could kind of keep it exactly the same size and have it in a block. You could go a bit larger, although I think it would look weird here because the big bite size is the prominent bit, or you can go intentionally smaller. Try to avoid doing this or this because it just looks like a bit like a mistake. It doesn't look intentional. And I was going to go blue, but I think I might actually go for a different color. So first of all, we're going to knock this out. There we go. And then we've got this one as well. So we'll knock you out. Very good. Bite size. What color? What would be a good color for this? I was thinking like a red and a black, maybe. I don't know. Maybe a blue would be a good way to go. Bite size fitness. Electric blue. Yeah, possibly. Electric blue. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I'm sure we'll be doing another live this week, Eli. Hey, Alana. Yeah, possibly orange. There's definitely some colors that feel like more of an obvious choice. Oh, unless we do. Oh, what about green, actually? What about something like this? Ooh, that could be kind of cool. And you could mix it up with a different color to make it a bit spicy. Huh, yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, like a really punchy green. Oh, hi, Neil. With a light grey accent. I got you, yeah. So, in fact, let's get rid of the black. Yeah, we'll go with a really nice... Yes, there we go. Dark blue. And then instead of just going pure grey like this, what we're going to do is just add a little bit of blue. I'm never a massive fan of staying totally black and white and grey. You can just add like a little bit of blue and it can just look a little bit cooler. I feel like this needs a different font as well, actually. I don't like that font with the wide tracking, so... I'm going to see if I can find something else that's a slightly better pick. Hmm. Oh, tricky. Yeah, or maybe that actually. That's kind of good. It's just like a bit more set back. Hey, Kerry. All right, I'm watching you on my TV, Mac, and phone at the same time. That's too much. That's got to be too much. Yeah, Lindsay, it's a really good idea. Sometimes you know, obviously black, white, grey, that can be great sometimes. Especially for like UI design and things that might be, say, like this, a little bit techy. Just introducing a little bit of blue into the grey can just look a bit more visually appealing. It's like if I were to do like a UI design and it's very minimal. When you do it with just lots of grey, it can look almost a bit like a wireframe sometimes. Whereas there's maybe it's a personal thing, but there's so much UI design I see that just has that little hint of blue. It might be a purpley blue, it might be a more bluey blue. Just a hint, just a nudge. But yeah. Oh, do you know? I think I might go with the white. I might stick with the white. And I'm gonna try something a little bit razor inspired here, just to maybe try something slightly more utterly outrageous. Let's just try something that's totally different, like that. Very, you might say, somewhat garish. I mean, I do like Razer's branding, the laptop company. I do like it. Let's go for loud and obnoxious. Yeah, there we go. I'm going with that. I'm sorry, Blue. I'm sorry, sexy Blue. You've been, what's the word? Supplanted or replaced? I don't know. Why not? Hey, it's making a statement. There's a crowded marketplace, all these flipping wearables. We got to come in and we got to make a splash. So, yeah, we're going with Super Lime Electric Neon Green. Do you know what? That is not bad. I was panicking a bit at the end there. I was like, you screwed this up, Dan. You spent too long on that flipping watch at the beginning and then the sunshine thing. But that's actually turned out okay. Is this a good time to insert a segue? So if you want to learn to design professionally and do what I do, whether it's logos, photo manipulation, web and UI, graphic design, whatever, I've got my pro designer mentorship linked in the stream description, if I can remember the name of it. And essentially that is going to teach you Photoshop and Illustrator, which is what I do for like 90% of everything forever. But you get support from me as well. So you're not just doing it on your own. If you've got questions or you're working on something, fire it over to me. I'll give you feedback. This is just going to make that learning process like 1,000 times faster. And you're not going to spend years and years like I did doing it all yourself, wondering if what you've done is any good or not. You know, you can just at least have me in your corner and I'll give you some feedback, and it's just going to help you get your work portfolio ready a lot faster. So I've been doing this for like over 20 years. You know, I live and breathe design every single flipping day, and I love it. Yes. I really like that, actually. Well done. Bit of self-praise, Dan. I'm happy with that. All right, let's move on to the next one. A luxury pet bakery. Oh, no. Oh, no. I was thinking, please don't put any flipping animals in there. Oh, I'm crap at drawing animals. Like I can do it, it's not a quick thing. There's a bakery that makes high-end all-natural treats for dogs and cats. You'll like this, Eli. You'll like this one. Treats for dogs and cats. I mean, you can't really do a bone then, can you? Because cats don't eat bones. Or maybe they do. Treats. Okay. The style should be playful but elegant. Maybe using a paw print. That's a safe bet. Whiskers or a treat shape. What is a treat shape? You can't do a fish because dogs don't really eat fish, I don't think. Or do they? I don't know. Bonus if it gives off French patisserie vibes. I'll screw you, ChatGPT. I wanted softball briefs. French patisserie vibes? How the heck am I going to do that? Right, we're doing a French flag. Paw print French flag. Oh, God. Zach says feels very Tron. Yeah, kind of like lime green Tron. Oh, dear me. Dan, have you ever done any motorsports work? I've done graphic design for a bunch of different companies, whether it's kind of... I think I've done some for motorsports specifically. This is going back years. More local stuff for like garages and, you know, companies that deal with car parts and things. We're going back quite a few years, though. Hi, I'm a newbie logo designer and watched some of your videos. I wish you'd do some feedback and tips for newbies like me. Hey, Elaine. Oh, I haven't even mentioned the Discord yet. So every week, or usually every week, I try and do it as often as I can, we do design review. So people, you can submit your work in the Discord. There's a link to join in the stream description. That is our community where we all hang out and everyone takes the piss out of me. And if you submit your work into the design review submission channel, what I do is I will cherry pick some to review when we do those streams. We're kind of running dry now. I've got through like most of them. So if anyone wants to submit their work for review, there's a good chance it will end up in the next one because I'm running out. You need to feed me more work. You snuck this stream in quiet. I know, it was a bit... I wasn't sure if I was going to have time today, but we found it. Ask Google what treats both dogs and cats love. That's a really good idea, actually. I might have to do that. Yeah, it can't be a cat or a dog, so it's got to be specific. Right, we're going to start now because I don't want to give myself too much time to think. Okay, right, I'm going back to ChatGPT. What treats do cats and dogs love? Need ideas for a potential logo mark. There we go. We'll use some AI. Good shout. A clever treat-shaped logo. Make patisserie extra memorable. A biscuit bone. What about bone and a fish? Fish. French. How the hell am I going to get French patisserie vibes? Right, we're going to look up French patisserie logo just to see what a French patisserie logo might even look like. Okay. Oh, this is going to be hard. God. Eiffel Tower, obviously. The most French thing there is. Patisserie. Oh, fun fonts as well, right? Fun people. People that... I feel like there's some of you that have a style that's more suited to this than me. Dogs and cats. Dogs and cats. Catch the letters, Zakir. Yeah, a bone and a fish. Bone and a fish, I am better than AI. Yeah. Like, I was just thinking, like... that. Like... Let's stay clear of that one. Oh no, is it hot in here? Shit. Oh, collar. Yes, I like it. Very good. Shut up, Raquel. You didn't see anything. Why does this always happen, Moosh? Oh, God. Right, we're staying away from any phallic type of design. What about... I like your idea of collar. Come on, Dan. Keep it together. Eiffel Tower. What about the Eiffel... wait, how does the Eiffel Tower look? What about a simplified version of a tower? I've got an icon of it here. No, I don't like that idea. Let's get rid of that. Oh, no. See what? Oh, derailed myself here. Whiskers. All right. Right. Duh. Oh, for God's sake. I'm doing it again. Right, we'll do the whiskers first. There we go. Quick. Draw the rest of the cat. No, I don't... Oh, dear. Alright, let's look up a paw print. I think paw prints are probably the safest way to go. Okay, right, so it's the circles, isn't it? What's the circles? So let's just try and get something. What about a cat? A cat and dog paw prints different. Dog paw prints. Are they just the same? Dog face. Oh, God, there's no chance of doing an illustration like that. I was going to have half dog face, half cat face. Right. Let's do what Raquel would do and consult the brief again. But baguette. Do cats like baguettes? High-end. Right, so this needs to look like premium, smart, high-end, fancy, all natural treats for dogs and cats. High-end, playful, but elegant. Right, let's start with a font. High-end, elegant, and playful. Maybe we can get the type to do the heavy lifting here. Could work. Only problem is I've got over 1,000 fonts. So playful and elegant. Playful, elegant. Playful, elegant, high-end. 4 minutes? Elegant and high-end is making me think more serif. Like, we could do something really classy. Ooh, hello. Or script. That's more what I'm after. Bella queta. That is exactly what I'm after. Yeah, this is the sort of vein, same vein. Bevas. I wonder if I got any more of those. Do I keep looking? No, I think I don't need to keep looking. I think I'm going to go. with... Oof, which one? Let's just see if we've got any more stylistic alternates. Patisserie. Right, how the heck are we going to get French in there? Right, we're going to have to work another way. We're going to have to work backwards. Ah, no, don't delete my color selection. This is a bit of a risk. Minute and a half. Yeah, it's a tricky one. The dots on the eyes. Could we do a paw print? It's a little bit cheesy. But maybe if we flip it round and make it linear. Got 30 seconds. Scale it up. And we're going to flip vertically. 24 seconds. Then we're going to do... this kind of shape. Oh no, I've screwed this up. I've screwed this up. Round you off. Or maybe not. Maybe it's savable. No. Ah, balls. Okay, that's where we landed. Oh, that was a hard one. That was hard. That was quite hard, wasn't it? The French bonus point. We didn't even get close to the bonus points. I'm really happy with the font and the type. We could do something more. We could customize it. I'm not a massive fan of the S's, so I probably would customize them. What I was trying to do desperately before running out of time was going to do something like this. And bring it down, and we flip this horizontally. So we get that. Centrally align it. Scale it up a bit. So it's pretty clean. And I don't know how this is going to look. Because it's called patisserie, right? So I was thinking, well, let's get a paw in there. You can't really replace the dot on the eye with a paw, because then you got to do both dots rather than... you can't do one and not the other, and you can't do double paws. It'll just look a bit crap. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to shrink the dot on the eye down, because I don't like the size on them. They're too big. So we're going to shrink that one down just like 10-15%. And then we're just going to repeat that. Oops. Yeah. Shrink. And then tell you what, let's just copy the eye. Actually, I'm going to bring it a bit closer as well. Just a little bit closer. Copy the eye. And then we'll just replace this one. I probably would actually go in and customize the type a little bit as well. Not a massive fan of parts of the S here. Yeah, I probably would customize it and just take it in a bit more. Now this could work actually. We could make it a bit thinner. And let's have the dog and the cat element. So we've got a dog one and a cat one sort of together. And then we could lean one out by, let's rotate it by, let's go 15. We'll do it mathematically. And then we'll rotate this one by -15 in the other direction. So they're kind of, and then we could try and nest them together. And you could try and mix the styles up. Not sure. Different colors, maybe. Maybe just one. What about if we just the width? No, it's a bit crap. Let's thin the stroke down to the thinnest part of the lettering. So kind of these slab serifs here. That's probably not thick enough. Or we could do something a bit different and we could actually pop this on the end. Could be quite smart. And have it curve. Have that curve sort of fit around this part of the E. Bit more unconventional. Upside down croissant in a cat's face. What if you make the lines like the typography? Yeah, I was going to try that a second ago. You could do. Oh, we ain't getting those bonus points. Ain't gonna happen. So you could play around with the width and try and do something like that, but I'm not sure. I mean, I do wonder if just having something simple like that. I feel like that might actually just, I don't know. Unless you do put it into like a badge or something. Just before, let's try it just before we move on. Just because there might be a really cool idea there. So let's just have a play. Is that the font? Yes. So let's, oops, type on a path, use that flipping tool. Did a video on this, I think it was yesterday. This tool is the bane of my existence. Right, so let's have patisserie going around the top, and then we'll flip it. Oops, that's the wrong way around. Yeah, there we go. So we'll lock that there, and I've got to flip this text round and then put it on the what are you aligned to? God, this tool definitely needs a rework. Yeah, see, ascender, but then it's too high. So we're going to have to nudge it up. And the text down here, what could we have a description? We haven't got a tagline, have we? Can I get a tagline for patisserie? Yeah, why not? Says what it does, right? Paste that in. Scale it down. It's looking a bit top heavy at the minute, so I have to shrink that down, scale it up. And then we've got the paw mark in the middle. It kind of feels like it needs something else, I think. Yeah, I feel like it's an interesting concept, and we could fill it out with more. I think the quickest win here is probably going to be to just have something like this. It's not exactly setting my world on fire, but I mean, you know, you can't win them all. Needs better contrast, make the S look like a wagging tail. Oh yeah, there's so many. When it comes to animals, there's so many different ideas you can do. And even if you're going to draw like an animal or its face or whatever, you've got to get the features and the characteristics of the animal right. Otherwise it can look odd. Oh, you like that video? Yeah, I've got so much work that people have submitted over the years, and I quite enjoy it as well. There's like I say, there's usually like a good creative idea, but sometimes it is just the technical execution that lets it down. So it's nice being able to go in and go, hey, you've got a good idea here, but you just got to tweak this, tighten this up. Yeah, that's a good idea as well. A paw being like a pastry or a paw croissant. Yeah, maybe you're right, Raquel. Maybe you're right. Maybe you could. I mean, sometimes that is the answer, you know? You know, maybe something like that with a little bit of customization on the type could be the way to go. Could and then you could take a little piece out here. You know, you could very easily just customize. In fact, actually, yeah, that looks all right. I'm going to carry this on just for a second. I don't want to spend too long on this, but I feel like we could get this looking pretty decent. Just with a wee bit of customization. All right, let's bring you up there, you cheeky little cupcake. It's not even the smoothest curve, really, actually. That could have... Ah, there we go. There we go. That's a bit better. Yeah, I could go and refine that. But conceptually, this could look better. Sometimes when designing stuff, it almost feels like cheating when the design comes together really quickly. So you could do something like that. Oh, I really actually crap. What the hell? I really like that actually. And I don't know if that's because it's better or it's because I've actually done something to it. I'm like, oh yeah. Wow, this looks custom now. And you could even, yeah, I mean, that shape there was just a random loop that I put in, but you could actually do something a bit more meaningful. I've recently dove into text customization and I found it to be very fun and rewarding when it just clicks. Yes, the thing with customizing text, I always say, like, it's very easy to do it wrong. Like you've probably seen on some of the design review streams as well. Like when you customize type, especially if you're like me and you're not a typographer, there's a lot of nuances with type that, like, I could go in here and start customizing the letters, and typographically I could ruin it and I could do things that I wouldn't necessarily know that I'm doing wrong. Do you know what I mean? So what I would always do is, if you want to customize it in a certain way, so like if I were to make it more elegant like this, I would go and find another font that's similar, that has similar, let's say, flourishes on the P, and I would go, okay, a typographer's probably made this font, and it can kind of give you an idea of what you can get away with doing a little bit more, you know? Rather than just kind of, you know, changing letters willy-nilly and not being 100% sure. Oh, I just want to redraw this a little bit. Just get it a bit more balanced. Oh, that was going so well. Let's do it on the stylus. There we go. Oh no. Uh, Smooth tool's so flipping useful. It's so good. And then we're not going to have that angle there. We're going to cut it short so it has a straight vertical line like the other parts of the serif. No, they're angled. Oh, okay. Scratch that. Scratch that. Maybe we're going to add an angle to it then. I thought they were completely straight. Right, let's just go in. I've gone from absolutely hating this one to I really like it now. You've just got to get this curve in the right place. See, when you do end up eyeballing stuff like this, and it's going to happen, just zoom in super close. Just make sure that you line stuff up really close. Like that. You know, we could go and finesse that. Yeah, there we go. That's looking pretty fly. We got a bit more contrast as well. What do you reckon? Does the customization of the P make a difference, or have I just lost the plot completely? Am I just desperate at this point? Okay, let's add a little bit of an angle to this as well. Swap the fill and try and match the angle to the other parts of the letters like that. Yeah, I think that... Actually, no, I don't know if I like the angle. Maybe we go straight. Let's try a box. Bog standard box. You love it. All right, thank you. Thank you, Lindsay. I like you. Oh, I'm not going to mess around with that. I could play around with that all day. I think the font being a good choice really kind of helped. It ticked the box for me for elegant and whatever the other crap was. What was it? High-end, elegant. That was it. Oh, luxury pet bakery. Yeah. French patisserie vibes. When I looked up French patisserie logos, a lot of them did look very fanciful. So I think maybe... Yeah, maybe that's okay. And we'll go a little bit more beige. Nice. Right, I'm happy to call that one a day. Okay. That's good. 3. What is the next one? God. Oh God. I'm gonna have a few minutes. It could be a tail. You're right, Lindsay. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Maybe I should turn that into a tail. Taper the stroke. Yes, we could taper it. What was that font? That's something Bella Quenta. Bella Queta. Bella Queta. As a creative designer, do you think a curved monitor is a great choice, and do you have suggestions for a large screen? I've never used a curved monitor personally. They look pretty cool. If you're going to have a larger screen, try and get the highest resolution possible. Obviously, the higher resolution you go for, the budget goes up. But for me personally, when I'm looking at screens, I'm looking at resolution and color accuracy for design. They're essential. So I wouldn't go for 1080p if you on a large screen. If you're going to go for like anything above 21 inches, for example, say a 24-inch monitor, I would at least go for 1440p, just so what you see looks really, really crisp, and just get as much color accuracy as you can. In fact, yeah, I would probably go 24 to 27 inch is probably the sweet spot. You can go larger, like I think here, this is a 30, I think, and it's good. It's more than I need. Like a lot of the time when I'm working, especially if I'm out and about, I'm on the 14-inch laptop. So And that does just fine. But if you have a choice between a larger screen with a lower resolution or a smaller screen with a larger resolution, get the one that's going to have the larger resolution, because you get more pixel density on the screen, and you're just going to get a sharper well, everything you see is going to be a bit sharper. Oh, nice. Can't say I've ever been to Paris before. Bubble writing for hours without realizing lettering was a key skill in design. Bubble writing? What's bubble writing? I've not heard of that before. Just writing in like a sort of bubble style font, or? I'm looking at 32. Yeah, 32 is great. 32 is great. If you said you were going for 27 or 30, I'd be like, yes. Do you know what I mean? The only thing with having a screen very large is just make sure that you've got like a very deep desk. Because I remember years ago when I had like a really small desk in my bedroom and I got my first 24-inch iMac. I used the money from freelancing to get an iMac, and my desk wasn't very deep, and it was 24 inches, and it was like suddenly like in my face, like, oh my god, it's so big. So if you've got like a large deep desk, then yeah, 32 is fine. I think my friend Vicky's got a 40-inch monitor or something ridiculous. She lives in the US, in Louisiana, and it's outrageous. I think she's compensating for something personally, but but it's flipping ginormous, and it's accompanied by multiple other screens as well. So the font, Lindsay, is Bella Quetta, so BELLAQUETA. I'm getting a 24-inch 1080 by 1920 because I ain't got no money for 1440. Yeah. It does get more expensive when you go up. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, if you can mount it to the wall, then it's just a little bit set further back, isn't it? You just want to find that sweet spot with the distance. Okay, gotcha. Oh, right. We've got more to do. God, it takes a lot of creative oomph. Oh, I'm exhausted. I know. No, hello. Well, come on then. If you want to cuddle, now's your time. Do you want to cuddle? Come on then. I'm not coming to get you. All right, I'm coming to get you. Come on, come here. Come on. Oh, there we go. I know. Do you want some luxury portraits? Ooh. You're a beautiful boy, aren't you? Oh, goodness me. Excuse me. What resolution? Oh, if you're going above 30 inches for the monitor, 100% 4K at a minimum would be my honest opinion. 27-inch 1440 you could probably get away with, but hey Daniel, how's it going, man? Dansky. Yeah, he's a big baby, aren't you? Oh, oh, Mr. Perry Pants. Aren't you? Lovely little sausage. I thought it was a kid. What? Yeah, this is my son. Sir Crumbalot. Oh dear. Oh no, don't throw up on me. You okay? You got a cough? Is it bad to get a 24-inch with 1080 res? Oh, it's hard. It's a hard one to answer. For me to like concretely say yes or no, I'd need to see it and remember what that combination's like. I wouldn't do it personally. I would go for like 22 and get 1440. Like I would go a little bit smaller and get more, but take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt because I've been using, you know, higher res MacBook Pros and monitors for years. So I think I've been like a little bit spoiled in my resolution for my screens. So for me now to go back to something that's low resolution, it would be, do you know what I mean? It would be difficult to sort of go backwards. It would be like going from using an HD TV when they first came out to then going backwards to something like, yeah, like when I'd only ever used 1080p, it was fine because I didn't know any different. And then once I'd used like a higher res display, it was like, oh wow, it's so sharp, and then you can't really go back. So it's a really difficult one to answer. Honestly, Alana, what I would really recommend doing, right, is if you can, the best way to get an answer to your question is to go into a monitor store, a store with a computer store that has monitors in there, 20 inch, 21 inch, 24, 27, 30, and then just look at. He's going crazy with the catnip. I was like, you're going to knock that whole box over. Oh no. Hang on, I'm gonna have to sort the cat out. Yeah, look at the screens in person so you can see what. Are you okay? Are you playing with the catnip? Are you gonna fall off the table like a kipper? Yeah, that's what I would do because at least then you can go. All right, actually, 24-inch at 1080p is fine. I've seen it in person. I know exactly how it looks. That's what I would do, honestly. I just heard this rustling around and I looked back and he's got the catnip in the box and everything. Okay, right, we've got two more. Two more. Exactly, Raquel. Yeah, the distance between the screen and you is quite important as well. And at least if you kind of see the monitors in person, you can sort of imagine and pretend to sit down at the distance that you would be using the screen as well. That cat's going to fall off the table. Okay, right. Ember and Ash. A small batch candle and home fragrance company. I got an idea for this already. This brand means minimal and upscale, targeting design-conscious adults. The logo should feel warm, clean, and a bit mysterious. Ooh, a bit sexy. Avoid literal flames if possible. That's good, because that's not what I'm going to do anyway. Try suggesting heat or glowing in an abstract way. Serif or modern font combo. I know what I'm doing for this one. I've just got to find the right font. Right, 10 minutes, let's go. Let's go. Ember and Ash. That's such a flippin' cool name. Good cat names as well. Not that I'm thinking of replacing you. Don't get upset or anything. Right. Got an idea for this. I hope this works. I can see it in my brain already. Oh, beautiful ampersand. Nice. Ember and Ash. Okie dokie. Come on, boy. Let's go. Right. Font time. Serif. ChatGPT. They all came from ChatGPT. So this is all completely off the cuff. It's gone pretty well so far. I'm happy with how it's gone. Oh, I know the font I want. I just don't know what it's called. I can see the design in my head, I think. I just got to get the right font. So I've got 10 minutes to find it, and then I think it's pretty much done then. Mm, font called Chocolate Box. Not quite. Ooh. Ooh, Cinema Sunday. I remember this font. This has got some really nice ligatures. Maybe. Oh, look at that. There's the prompt. That might be it. That might be the one. We'll keep going because I got time. Did I? Just for anyone who's just joined, if you are interested in learning how to design professionally with me, I've got my Pro Designer Mentorship linked in the stream description. This is for logo design, graphic design, photo manipulation, just everything that you might have seen me do. Or if you've never met me before, hello, nice to meet you. And it's not just a collection of courses. I'm here to support you and mentor you as you go through that process, as I'm sure many of you in the chat can attest to this. We chat in the DMs, and yeah, I love being able to help people get better at what they do and feel good about what they do as well. It's one thing to get better, but it's something else entirely to build the confidence to take what you've learned and apply it to your own work. And it's amazing. I know we chat over DMs with some of you, and it's just so incredible to see that progression. Like, for me as a teacher, it's really nice as well. What are we doing? 5.5 minutes. All right. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh, thank you, Raquel. Yeah, if anyone would like their work potentially critiqued on stream, join the Discord, and there's a channel where you can submit. Or if you want critique whenever you want it, sign up to my Pro Designer Mentorship, and I'll critique your work whenever you like. Ooh, that's kind of cool. That's quite nice. I haven't really figured out how I'm going to link these together yet. When will be your next stream? I have no idea, in all honesty. I wish I could answer that. Still not 3.5 minutes. Okay, getting a bit twitchy now. Ooh, that might... these are nice. I'm going to have to commit to one in a minute. 2.5 minutes. Right, I'm just going to reboot Illustrator because my GPU has broken. Some fonts can, yeah, time to commit. Some fonts can do that. They can disable your GPU. So just if you do crash your GPU capabilities with a font, just open it up. It disables things like scrubby zoom, so it makes it impossible for me to move around. Right, have we got any alternates? How am I going to connect these together? I could loop that. One minute. Oh, I've screwed this, haven't I? I spent too long on the font. Could be a clever idea there. Does this not have lowercase? "17 seconds! Oh no! Quick, think of a sans serif font. And balls. I think that's probably my favorite. I think if I were going to do this properly, I would love to do something like this to like interlink the lettering. So there we go. That's not too bad, I don't think. Let's just throw a background down. Get that in there. Let's not go all the way black. We'll go with a grey. Nice and classy. I think the lettering's doing a lot of the heavy lifting there. And I'm not a massive fan of that E, so I think I'm probably gonna try and pull that out, customize it a bit. Oh yeah, there's one over here. Oh, is there different? I wonder if capitals are different. Hang on. Ah, yes. So, oh, that's cool. So some letters. So capitals are a little bit more creative, shall we say? So we could do the super creative R. Normal M. I like the A. S. What are you? Oh, look at that S. Oh, that fits perfectly. We are definitely having that. Okay, I like the... Oh. What about if I go with a normal R? The H. Oh, hold on. Oh, this could be special. This could be special. So let's ungroup this. What I'm going to do is try and be a bit naughty. I'm going to reduce the width of this character. No, right. Oh, I'm getting excited now. Let's do that. Can I do this and get away with it? Lining up with the lettering above, so making the H a bit narrower, and then I can move this over, and then do you see what I mean? So it kind of fits around here. I think typographically that still works. The kerning is a bit off, so I might have to manually adjust some of these letters ever so slightly. Zooming out is a really good way to identify weird kerning. And yeah, the word "and," we could keep those letters a bit more normal. Another way we could do this is we could have that crazy ampersand and you could nestle it in there. It doesn't really fit, does it? Yeah, it's not my favorite ampersand either. Some fonts can have a weird one. Do you even read the chats here? Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. When I'm not looking at the screen. Obviously, you can't expect me to design and read at the same time. I'm not superhuman. As much as I would love to be able to do that. Yeah, I don't think I've screwed anything up typographically there. All right. Okay. Oh, I don't know, actually. I might have... The H does look a bit squished now. Yeah, I think I might have... Whoops. Okie dokie. Never mind. We'll bring these in. There we go. So we'll just get those ends to line up right now. Yeah, the kerning there definitely does look a bit weird. So I'm just going to bring that in a pinch. And then push that out a pinch. Yeah, that looks cool. Might go back to a normal B. Just so the whole thing... I think the whole thing actually might be... Yeah, a little bit much. I think there's too many flourishes on some of the letters. Yeah, I think that sits a little bit better now. And then we've got the A that is lovely and fanciful. So we'll chuck you out and we'll throw you in. Oh, that font mimics the flame a little bit. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. It does sort of embody some of those characteristics. It wasn't the exact one I was going for. I would love to be able to have the words ember and ash beautifully interlinked, but that sort of stuff is going to just take a lot more time. But I don't mind this. I don't mind that. Let's just try scaling this up. Just to see if we could do something. If I could just get an ampersand in there, that would just sit so nicely. And I don't like that one, but I feel... What was the thing? Did it say serif or modern font combo? Right. If I could get one in there, I would be a happy little camper. So, unless we shrink it down, we do something like that. Although it's kind of not the easiest to read. And it's weird that it's attached to the S, but then the A is, the word Ember is kind of on its own. So what's a clean font that would work with this? Sans serif, minimal, sharp edges, or even just a serif. Another serif. Like that. What's that? Crimson text. Something maybe with a bit more weight variation. Times New Roman. Baskerville. Let's go for the classics. There we go. Baskerville. Why not? Scale it up a bit. Try and fill some of that space. Line it up with the top of the S as well. And just bring this down a bench. Oh, that's tricky. That is a tricky one. I feel like something like this, the ember and the ash needs to be equals, like balanced. This one just looks a bit too unbalanced. The hierarchy of it just doesn't feel right. It feels like there's way too much prominence on the ash. And this is one of those things. There's a big difference between designing something that just looks cool and something that actually is effectively fit for purpose and like does what it's meant to do. That's quite nice with the and. Love the right with and spelled out. Yeah, I think the only other thing I'm going to try is try another sans serif typeface here. I think I sort of tried it before. Let's try Champagne and Limousines. That's quite a nice one. And we'll do it in caps as well. And we got to bump the tracking a little bit. Maybe that's not the right font. Oh, there's a couple different versions of Cinzel. What am I using? Cinzel Decorative. Oh, and this is medium. Right, so this is a slightly chunked up one. That's great. I love that. What was the other one? Yeah, that's the one. It was too thin before because I'd scaled it down, but there's actually a medium weight. So now at a smaller size, it has a bit more chunk to it. That is the one. Other Ashen Embers be gone. This is it. We're going to call that one. Done. There we go. Nice. That's dead sexy. Very good, Dan. Oh. And you can see, yeah, again, like very typographically led. Sometimes it is a case of just picking a font, maybe customizing it, maybe relying on the stylistic alternates, and just getting the text lockup looking right. Cinzel, yeah. You could do, yeah. You could either make the S look like smoke going up from a candle, or you could just, as Raquel said earlier on, the A kind of almost looks a bit like it could be a flame, and you could literally have smoke and flickers of flames and all that stuff in there very literally, or you could let the choice of font, so this one here, kind of embody those characteristics and then try and convey that flame-like nature through the type. So this one I would probably let the type do the talking. That's not really the right way to say it, but do you know what I mean? I would let that kind of come through the type. Josephine slab. Let's try it. I'm pretty set on the medium weight now, but we'll give it a go. Do do do. Josephine. Ooh, yeah. Oh no, that is a good shout. Oh, Henry Bold. Ooh, I don't know. That I do like that. It's sharp, which is good because it kind of embodies those characteristics a bit more. Ah, oh, flipping heck, Raquel, that is really nice. Why'd you have to go and make such a good suggestion? Ah, top or bottom? What is this logo about? Do you know, I've forgotten. Something to do with candles. Hey, Terry. Love the right one with the and spelled out. Oh, sorry, that was from ages ago. Oh my god, give me your cat. No, get your own cat. Get your own special cat. Top. I think if you said to me pick one right now, I probably would go for the top one. Oh, goodness sake. I need to move on, really, but I want to try one more thing. Right. Let's do that. Let's have a normal A. We'll convert that to outlines. And then we'll do a combination. So this top part of the A, we're going to slice you off. And then this part of the A, we're going to slice you off like so. Then I can move this up. And it doesn't line up, which is flipping useless. Okay. What I was trying to do is just to have a normal top of the A. See if I can do this. So it's kind of normal up top. I can then nestle this in a bit tighter, but then I still get the flickery bit of the bottom. In fact, there's some characteristics of this font I don't really like. It's a little bit curvy in places I don't really care for. So let's delete that, delete that. See, this is where you got to be careful. You can muck it up typographically. Right. I've got a better idea. I'm going to, instead, I'm going to chippy choppy off this bit and add it to here. Instead of me trying to redraw the top of the A and screwing it up royally, we're just going to do this. This is much better. How far does it come down? That is a good question. Not that far. Right, there we go. And we can just connect these up. So we'll make a cut there, a cut there. We'll delete the excess. And then we can just connect these up. So now I've got like an A that combines both of them effectively. That connected, yeah. And then we can position that correctly. Get rid of that. And then I can bring this in, because that kind of flick at the top isn't there now. So I can just bring that in and fill this space a bit more. And we could even just nudge that up a little bit. And then bring this one in. We're just closing the gap a little bit as well. Yeah, there we go. So we've still got that like elegant flick, but we're just choosing exactly where they go. And then we need to do, let's just do a reversed out version as well. Let's move all this crap. I'm running out of space. It's fun as well, like seeing the thought process of this afterwards. You know, just looking at everything. All the ideas that kind of got to this point. And then we're going to flip this round. We're not going to go black. We're going to go for like a dark-ish grey. Oh, nice. That is bloody classy. Color-wise, I could introduce a slight, very slight beige. And then we could warm up the grey a little bit. Just a really tiny amount. Like this. You see there? Completely desaturated, and then we just warmed it up a little bit around the yellow and orange part. So it's a subtle change, but these subtleties matter. Nice. There we go. I don't think I'd use it like that. That's kind of a bit too block beige. I'm just using grey because white is on the artboard. And if we just select both of them, and then we're going to go transform each, scale them up. Not that. Transform each. We can just scale them up and keep their respective position. Yeah, there we go. I reckon we'll say that one's done. Oh, has Poppy posted them in the Discord? If you want to join the Discord, by the way, there's a link in the where is it? There's a link. Where is, what am I saying? Oh, this design stuff's hard. There's a link in the stream description. I'm in the Discord, struggling to navigate. Oh, are you on the phone or the desktop? On the phone, on the desktop, it's not too bad. You've got all the channels, the different like groups in the Discord on the left. On the phone, you've got to like go back from the top left corner, and then you should have all the channels. The channels are like listed by a hashtag. So it's like general is just a chat, and then you've got design review submissions. Oh, you got it. Here you go. F1 poster. Cool. Right. Nice. Amazing. Yeah, so once you're in the Discord, honestly, just throw your work in there. And then what I do is when I do like a design review stream, I pull from that folder. So as long as there's work in there, I can then just grab it out and review it. How's everyone doing? Ugh. Hey, so tired. I'm all right. Got one more. One more. One more. How about coffee Friday morning? Could you do 7 a.m.? Yes, Tim, I could. That would be lovely. Right. We've got one more. I'm meeting my mum. It's 7 o'clock, actually. Wait, where's Poppy? Hang on. It's a message. Otherwise, I'll be late. Okay, well, we've got 10 minutes for a logo. What is the last one? This has come really well, actually. I've thoroughly enjoyed this. I do feel quite exhausted now, though. Feels really draining. I feel like it's like the creative energy is being used considerably. That is cool. I like that. Yeah, that's probably my favorite. Yeah, patisserie. Ember and Ash, that's cool as well. This guy knows what he's doing. Oh, this guy's been doing it for like 20 plus years. Obsessively. I love my design, I do. Oh, good. It's a really good exercise. So, by the way, if anyone does want to have a go at these yourself, give yourself a small amount of time and just sketch whatever. These are the briefs. So, Urban Sprout, Bite-Size Fitness. Obviously, you can pause the video. Patisserie, Ember and Ash, and then a little loop, which we'll get onto in a sec. It's just a good exercise. You don't need to, even the patisserie one. Sometimes it just doesn't come together, and it's just about like if creativity were muscles, like you can exercise those creative muscles, you just get better by practicing and by doing it more. And the good thing as well is that you limit the amount of time you can spend on it, so it kind of forces your brain to think like, okay, I need to just get on with this and do it. And then once you've done it, maybe a little bit more work, and then put it to bed, move on to the next thing, rather than just obsessing over and over and over. Yeah, 100%, Lindsay. If you've got some creative work that you want me to review on the live streams, pile it into that folder. If you're already a student of mine and you've enrolled in one of my courses, send it to me in a message or on email, and I'll review it like right now. So yeah, that's something that I do a lot when I talk to people in the Discord. I chat with a bunch of you over DM, and yeah, it's good. I enjoy it. I love it. I spend a lot of time in the Discord. I'm a lurker. Yeah, maybe, Lindsay. Yeah, we'll try. I mean, Lindsay, I was going to start with 10. I was going to do 10. Flipping heck. Oh, that would have been a one-way ticket to bed to an early night. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, I'll just show you that quickly. Gradient type is annoying in Illustrator. So if you want to add a gradient to text, this is a good example of the sort of questions that you can ask me if you get stuck. So first of all, you've got to remove the fill color, which I know is counterintuitive. Open up the appearance panel, add a fill color, and then set that to a gradient. So once you've done it that way, you've listed it here as a fill, set it to a gradient, and then you can open up the gradient slider, and that's where you can start kind of adding your colors. Why it works like that, I don't know. You'd think if I just started adding a gradient to text, it would automatically do that, but no, that makes far too much sense. So this is how you do it, and it keeps it editable then as well. Hey Kyle, how's it going? Oh, thank you, Raquel. Right, come on down. Last one. Okay, Poppy's coming home now. Little Loop, a children's clothing subscription service. This startup rents out stylish, eco-friendly clothes for kids age 0 to 6. Oh, Eli, my youngest, would be right for this. The brand is friendly, soft, and sustainable. Consider circular forms, hint loop. Yeah, that kind of is a bit of a softball one there. That's an easy one. Rounded typefaces, wholesome but not too babyish. All right. So I think again, actually, this one might be very type centric. The loop is the obvious kind of thing here. Little loop. Yeah, this is going to be really straightforward. But the whether this turns out good or bad is going to be down to two things: good font choice and then the technical execution. Right. Set a timer for 10 minutes. And off we go. Little loop. There we go. Done. I mean, I like that as an idea, actually. I will keep that as an idea. I had more infinity symbol in my head, but... Right, fun. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So we want rounded corners, much more childlike, probably more childlike. That's Comic Sans. That's awful. We're definitely not using that. Oh, that's my font. I made this font up. Ha! We'll try and do something with that. We could round off the corners. It's got the boldness, little loop. Ah, that's a bit too alphabet on the fridge kind of. So we could go for like an infinity symbol or... Oh, that's kind of cute. And weird. Uppercase and giant lowercase letters. That could be a bit quirky and stand out. Ooh, I really like that, actually. That is weird. That is so weird. Do I like it? The E is just massive. Yeah, we're passing that. Circle, yeah. I mean, we've got to try an infinity loop as well. Dreamscape. It's almost too perfect, getting the I and the L to line up like that. I love that sort of stuff, when you can make connections. Let's get the font and we'll try an infinity symbol. Dual 300. Ooh, Falco. I feel like we need something lowercase. I feel like... Yeah, we don't want it to all just... That could be good. Fat Frank. Nice. I like it, Frank. Thank you. That could be really good, actually. We could even go lowercase on the whole thing. Oh, look at it. Oh, little loop. There we go. Perfect. This little eye even looks like a kid. There we go. Hmm. I like that, actually. But it's got the roundedness. It's cute. Could line the I and the L up. Little bit of a gap. Infinity symbol. We've got to do it, haven't we? We've got to... Okay. Right, how are we going to do this? Perfect circles is easy, but these aren't perfect circles, are they? So we're going to have to... Ah! Less than 5 minutes! Ah, where did that go? We're going to have to try and match the size. The weight. Get it as best we can. Let's try with a square. So we can round this off. We might be able to get a bit closer. By pulling some of these corners out.
No. Stuck. You streaming?
Bring it in. Oh, hello.
Hello.
We're on a 10-minute timer for a logo. So I'd love to stop and chat. But I can't. I'm under extreme pressure. We've done 4 logos already.
Hello.
Hey, hey, hello. That was awful.
Hello.
That was a waste of time. I should have stuck with the circle. What have I done? I've ruined it. Right. This is much easier with thinner letters. So, I got 3 minutes.
Just 1 second.
Connect these parts. And copy, paste, flip. Then we can do a rectangle. Got to match the angle. Oh no. Angle. God, that time went quick. How did that go so fast? Let's pull that up a little bit. That one there. Copy, paste, flip. Drag you over there. Yeah, it's a bit obvious, but... One minute! Isn't the pressure for all of us? Do you feel the rush? Oh, I'm definitely feeling something. Let's nudge the dot on the I up a bit more. Little loop. Right. That's fine. We're going to need a color, a kid's color. We've got to expand it as well because the little loop doesn't have the same characteristics. We've got to round off those corners. So So we'll unite all that together, clean. And now we've got to round off 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want to mix sharp corners and round corners. 17 seconds. Again. It's always 17. Ah, I need a kid's color. Quick. I need some fun.
Kid's colour.
A kid's color.
Yellow.
I've gone with orange.
Okay.
Ah, there we go. Quick, give me a color. Orange. Someone said orange. Hey?
I like it.
Do you want to see everything else we've done?
Yeah.
So the first one was Urban Sprout. It was a plant thing.
Oh,
So
that's
Urban.
good.
The next one was fitness tech wearables. So we did bite-size fitness.
Looks good.
I don't know why the font. Hang on, that's not the font. What? What font was it? I've screwed something up. Yeah, it definitely wasn't Fields. It's that one. Work Sans. How the hell did that change? Sorry, 1 second. Definitely not how you present work to a client. What the fuck? It's not meant to be like that. What the hell? All right. Okay, there we go. Fixed it.
Which one? Both of them.
I nearly drew a willy as well. What I can't remember what logo it was. Yeah. What was it? It was the next one. Was it the next one? I tried to combine a fish.
What's that music coming from?
My computer. I tried to combine a fish with a dog bone. So I did the dog bone. Like I was like, oh yeah, we'll do the dog bone. And
What kind of fish is that?
it was a fish and a dog bone. Sorry, patisserie. So it's a luxury pet bakery with high-end dog and cat treats. So I tried to combine the fish and the bone element. In fact, Paul said that as well. So Paul suggested it. So I think Paul tried to set me up. In the end, we did that.
Oh, I love it.
Thanks.
Is it like patisserie for dogs?
Patisserie.
But is it a patisserie for dogs?
Kind of luxury dog treats.
Okay.
And it said you get bonus points.
Genius.
It says, thank you.
Not necessarily that, but like the idea is genius.
I thought you meant the logo.
Yeah, it's all right. No, that does look very Swissy.
Swissy. It's not meant to look Swiss. It said bonus points if you can make it look more French.
Oh, bonjour.
All this was the hardest actually. All that ended up being was a font, and then at the end afterwards, I didn't get it in time, but afterwards I just did a swirl.
Oh, I like that pea.
We did paw prints and all sorts of crap.
It's hard to get nice peas.
It's hard to get a nice pea. This is a candle and home fragrance company.
I love it.
Ember and Ash. You like that?
I love that.
Good. Nice, easy win. And then what was the last one we did? Oh yeah, a kids clothing subscription service. So we did a little loop.
That's a good idea. Was that a thing?
I don't know. ChatGPT suggested it. So apparently it must be something. So with all of these, we did like these. I didn't do all of them in 10 minutes.
No.
It was like 10 minutes, do what you can, and then just spend another 10, 15 minutes kind of fine tuning and tweaking everything. What's he doing?
Oh, you want to get the cat off my laptop?
He was going a bit crazy with the catnip.
Was he?
Yeah, I thought it was going to
Is
fall off
Eli
the table.
on the stream.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, where's the font? Baby blue. Yes, that's a good shout. We'll try that as a colorway. Oh no. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've literally got to go any second because I'm already late.
Always late.
I'm late.
I'm late.
I will be late to my own funeral. I don't even
Is
know.
that a good thing?
Just the thing. Oh, I like the blue actually. Do you like the blue? God, come on. Blue or orange?
Orange.
Why?
It's more like fun. Blue, it looks like
I feel like the blue's
a
more.
little tipple.
What's that? Is that
I
a
don't know,
place?
like a little shop. Yeah.
Orange, less
Yeah.
obvious, more fun. Alana says blue.
No, orange. Not gender. Yes. Yeah. Blue makes it look more boy. Even though
That's
girls can
true.
wear blue and
Well, I think it depends. I think you can get more sort of boy, typically
it reminds
boy
me of Co-op.
boy blue. Sort of.
The
I feel like the
print
more
shop.
you push towards cyan, the less kind of stereotypically gender specific it becomes. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
I don't like that.
You prefer.
Orange.
Well, I mean, we could push
Yeah.
it towards like an orangey yellow. You got to be careful with yellow because yellow can be a pain in the ass.
Blue is better. Try teal too. Lilac/purple. Paul says.
Oh my god, we're gonna get suggestions for every single color ever. I don't know.
Queen Poppy says orange. Orange it is.
I knew that was Kerry. I didn't even need to look. I was like, that's flipping Kerry saying that, isn't it?
Rich dark purple. Oh, I love a rich dark purple.
Rich.
Rich.
Purple? This isn't bloody chocolate.
Oh no, purple's nice.
Really? Hang on. Got an idea. What about?
No, it was Raquel's idea.
Well, I'm piggybacking off of it, and I'm taking credit for it.
Ooh,
What about
purple and orange?
What about purple and orange?
I don't hate it. I don't like it.
Oh. You were going to agree then. Yes, I love. Oh no, terrible.
Wins.
Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, it is a little bit. You're just making noises now. You sound like a creaky door. Blue. I mean,
this is nice.
This is lovely. What? Oh, that could be quite cool actually. I like that.
Don't.
You can. So I did a little bit of work with a company on a kids logo recently, and we used it was the coaching session. So, and we had, what do we have? Colors. We had blue, green, yellow, and orange, and we kind of ran them one after the other, and it looked a bit more sort of fun and cutesy. So what we could actually do is just, oh shit, I need to go.
Ooh, what are you doing?
It's just introduce some colors. Obviously, this is just literally the first thing that popped in my head, but do you see what I'm doing? You're just going to take the piss, aren't you? Yeah, maybe they're not the right colors, but you can introduce some colors, and your mum's waiting. Yeah.
I don't like it.
If I had to pick one to go to print right now, it'd probably be the orange. Yeah.
I like the idea. That would save a lot of money, the amount of clothes to buy for the kids.
Yes.
What will you cover in your next stream?
Oh god, I got no idea.
He doesn't plan that much.
I don't plan that much in advance. My life is pure chaos. I would love to provide a more coherent answer. I planned this about 15 minutes before we even started. That's all right though. We got 5 decent, sort of okay-ish logos.
Like patisserie.
Yeah. Oh, that was difficult. That was. It took some energy to recover from the phallic style sketch. I was giggling a lot there. Right, I gotta go because I'm late. I'll see you sexy badgers on the next one. But yes, if you would like to learn how to design professionally and get feedback from me on your work, I've got my Pro Designer mentorship. It's linked in the stream description. If you're not sure and you've got questions about it, hello@dansky.com. Honestly, just learn with me. I've been doing this for over 20 years. You can do it on your own, but it'll just you'll just learn slower. Whereas if you learn with me, I'll teach you it all now. And then you can just get on having fun creating stuff rather than spending the next decade trying to learn. Anyway, that's my pitch. I hope you liked it. I hope you like the logos. And I'll see you later in the week. Catch you later. Oh, we can play the trailer. So this is a little look at some of the stuff that you'll cover in the course. Oh my god, it's very dark, isn't it?
Is it over? Yeah.
Is it over?
Not yet.
What, life? No, not yet. You got a while yet, kid. Anyway,
Sure?
see you later. Bye.